We do need to find a better way of streaming that so it looks a bit better.
Do you think?
Without a doubt.
Okay.
But I've got some new software that I need to test, and we need to give it a test during the week. But good evening, welcome to Vape Talk UK, episode 151. And the question is, does it taste good?
I should hope so.
Don't know.
I'll have to bottle you some and send it, and we'll find out if it tastes good.
I think what everybody needs to do, everyone that's watching, needs to lean forward and lick the screen and tell us if it tastes good.
And we want selfies of it posting on the group.
Yeah.
Selfies of it on the group.
A selfie of you licking Mark's beard.
I'd sooner them lick you, to be honest, Chandler.
Yeah, I was trying to kind of dissuade them from that.
I'd rather lick you. I know where I've been. I can just live in ignorance with you. It's fine.
Oh, man.
As you might have noticed, Chris has lost weight this week. There we go. Joining us this week, we have Jono from Jonoville. There we go. That'll do. Jono.
Yeah, from Jonoville.
No promotion this week after the conversation we've just had.
Yeah,
he was so chatty before the show. He's now gone really quiet.
No, I'm shushing batteries out. Sorry. Yeah, I'm all good. So, Mark, what are you vaping on?
That's my line, you cunt.
Oh, excellent.
I've noticed that he did what we didn't think he would do.
What's that?
So every week, give or take the odd one that I actually remember, when we open the YouTube screen, we've got our Hangout screen, the YouTube screen, and the pop-out chat that we use. Now, we obviously open the YouTube page before the show starts. And what happens is when we go live, about 5-6 seconds later, the show starts on the screen. And obviously the audio comes through 6 seconds later.
And confuses the hell out of you.
It's usually me. But we thought you'd leave the audio open and on, but you didn't.
No, we were hoping. I was going to let you know. I was going to let you know beforehand, but Mark told me not to. But I've done it. I know everyone's done it because there's a slight delay. You stood there looking at the screen, going, "I can't work out what the hell is going on," because you just got voices over voices, and you're like, "What the fuck's going on?" But yeah, you didn't do it, so kind of spoilt it, really. So, Mark, what are you vaping on?
This week.
And that's us kicks out of the Hangout.
Hang on. I need to check something.
You need to check something. Have you forgotten what you're vaping on?
I was just about to say, how rude. I messaged Craig earlier. And he didn't reply. And he's in here chatting. I thought, how fucking rude is that? But he has replied.
You just ignored it.
I didn't ignore it. I didn't hear it.
Yeah.
So me this evening, I am surprisingly still using the
what?
Still using it. Still liking it.
Pulse.
The Pulse 80 watt.
Wow. Oh, with the one with the board.
Yes, the one with the board.
Cool.
The one with the nice strong magnets. The one with the unleaky bottle. The one with a battery that I think actually needs rewrapping. Yeah, still using it, still liking it. I don't know if it's down to the RDA or nah, but I'm happy. In that, what am I on? I am on elderflowered apple,
Hey.
but I'm using cool shots in it.
What? Sacrilege!
Instead of regular shots, I'm using cool shots.
Cool shots. So let me guess. That's their Nick shots with a hint of WS whatever or Coolard or whatever it is.
WS23, yeah. And it did actually put me on my arse. The first time I tried it, it was like, oh, that's cold. That's cold.
I take it they're strong.
They are strong. They are. Where are they from? Juice Source.
Juice Source. Oh, okay.
It's cool.
Headshots and cool shots out there.
That's it. I think next time I'll just go for one cool shot, one Nick shot. But to be fair, what have I got this on? 40 watt.
Oh, is the cool stuff not mixed in with the Nick shot? It's a separate shot.
No. You get a cool shot.
Yeah.
A 82 milligram, and a Nick shot. A 82 milligram.
Oh, to mix up in a 120 bottle. Got you.
Yeah.
Yeah, and you use two cool shots.
Yes.
Ah.
I did.
There you go.
I have a child. Please entertain yourselves. I'll be back shortly. What, Chandler? What are you vaping on?
Should I do what I'm vaping on? Okay. Huh. Jono, it's me and thee.
We're holding down the fort. We can do it. We can do it.
Yeah. So there you go. I am on something completely different this week. There you go. I've got my. I was going to put this is my Noisy Cricket 2. That is basically my beta mod. It's what I take to work with me. And usually when I get home, I put batteries in here and put my tank on the top. But I just haven't today because I'm a lazy bastard. Sorry. So yeah, and the Serpent SMM because it's just my favourite single coil tank on the top there. And Mark's not here, but I'm vaping that in it.
Akuna.
The Akina. Yeah, the Akina oil, the Asian pears and cream.
Yeah.
Which is just right nice, and it's a nice summery kind of vapey thing. So that's that one.
Do you find yourself going more to as it gets warmer, going to more fruity flavors?
I am at the minute, and I don't know whether that's becoming. I seem to go through waves of liking things and then switching to something else. And I've just been vaping the hell out of custards and bakery and stuff like that. That it just got to be. I need a change.
Yeah.
And whether, and whether that's purely because it, perhaps subliminally it's summer. And I'm kind of going. I'm going towards the fruity stuff, but yeah, that's what I did. And I've got my VVRM, The Prisoner.
That is actually quite a pretty squonker. I really like that.
It's nice, isn't it? I like that. And it's got the. Have you seen the inside 15? It's got the 15mm soy sauce bottle. So yeah, 15 ml juice for days, and I got my Watofu Vaporous. Sitting on the. I can't pronounce the names of any of these parties properly. I mean, Jimmy rips the piss out of me because I keep calling that the Gaia. Apparently it's supposed to be pronounced Gaia, but it's spelled Gaia.
But you think it's a challenge? You think it's a competition, and yours is Gaia?
Mine's definitely Gaia. Definitely. Yeah, definitely Gaia. And in here, I've got basically today I found these Vape Wild bottles in the back of a drawer that they were handing out at. Now, was it Expo or Jam? I can't remember where I got them from now. It was either Expo or Jam. I think it was Expo. Anyway, I found one that was melon and berries, which I was vaping earlier, and I thought, it's not bad. It's nice. So when I got back, I've mixed up, because I knew I'd got some watermelon flavour. So I've got some watermelon. I've got, I'm giving away my recipe here. Watermelon mixed berries, cherry in there. There's some cranberry in here, and some cream. And it's really quite nice.
It's just missing the colada.
I did think that because they were giving away little bottles of, I think WS-23. I'm assuming there was little bottles, and I've got some. I've got a look at that 30 ml. Is that going to focus? There you go.
Coolada.
30 ml of coolada. I mean, I keep getting told that you just want to put a drop in, so that's probably going to last me about 50 years.
Chadler, whilst you're there, do me a favour.
Yeah.
Take the top off.
Take the top off.
Take the top off.
Yeah.
Right.
This is the first time the top's been off.
Put your finger on top.
Oh shit.
And go like that. And then lick it. It doesn't smell of anything. Right, finger on the end. Shake, lick.
Isn't that quite a lot?
No, stop being a fanny.
You only need, yeah, if you think that little drop is going for.
Now breathe over the top of it. Now go.
Wow. Whoa.
Listerine, eat your heart out.
Oh my god.
I was actually having a drink.
Mm. That's really cold. Okay.
To me, it's worse when you have a drink after.
Yeah, that's just what I was thinking. That is the weirdest sensation ever.
Isn't it?
Because it's not particularly cold. It's just really
cold.
Fresh. Do you know what?
It's like walking out on a cold winter's morning.
It's a bit like that sensation you've got after you've had mouthwash after you've used mouthwash.
I thought you were going to say after you've taken cocaine or something. It was just a...
Yeah.
That we're going to bring me on to the next point. So next week, Chandler to be snorting CBD crystals.
Yeah, man, that sounds excellent.
Welcome to Vape Challenge UK.
Oh, man. I certainly didn't want... did you notice when I did that, I scraped my finger off before licking it?
You did it down.
Yeah, but no. Oh, my God. You could get addicted to that, couldn't you?
It's quite a cool sensation. Where did we get to anyway before I came back and...
Coolada. Yeah. So I've just mixed that up, and so I've made my own juice, and I'm actually really quite chuffed. This is the first time I've mixed something, and straight off I like it. Everything else I've gone either I hate it or yeah, it needs a bit more of this, it needs a bit more of that.
What cream have you got in there?
Bavarian.
That needs a good steep then. That's going to change.
Do you think?
Yeah.
Well, I wonder whether I put too much Bavarian cream in there.
How much did you put in?
2%.
You'll be all right.
Do you reckon?
Yeah.
All right then. But yeah, that's pretty nice actually. I'm quite pleased with that. But right, I need your advice. Empty bottle, but it's an empty bottle of this.
This one.
And it still smells. I've cleaned it out about 3 or 4 times, and it still smells. It doesn't smell once I've cleaned it, but when it dries out, I can still smell it. And I'm wondering.
Plastic retains the smell.
Sorry?
Plastic retains the smell.
You see, if you'd have used PET, if you'd have used a PET bottle like that.
Yeah, like this, like what I've actually, that one.
You'd have been all right, but LDP and HDPE bottles leach, so your flavour will absorb into the plastic. So any bottle, I don't even have one here.
So if I put that juice that I've just mixed
in
here,
a bottle like that,
then
it'll retain the smell.
My mouth is still like. So if I put that juice that I just mixed in here, is it going to pull some of that flavour in it, or
No,
it's just the smell. Right, I'll use that.
Once the bottle's empty and you try washing it out again, it'll return the other smell.
Right. Okay. Fair enough. So I'll put my new, because I've got no dripper on the top, and I tried pouring it into the tank, which worked really well. I'm thinking, oh yeah, it's working excellently, until after I stopped and realised that there was a complete dribble all the way down the side that I basically fucked it up completely.
What size is the cap on that? 22 or 24?
On this one?
Yeah.
There you go. I know. I'll wave it at you, and you'll.
So,
I've got.
So that size then. Haven't you got any of those?
I have, but they're kind of attached to bottles. Would that fit on it?
Drop me a message tomorrow. I'll send you some, Chandler.
Hang on. I'm going to try, because I've got one. I'm just going to try swapping it over. And yeah, look at that.
Remind me tomorrow. I'll send you some caps.
Oh, bless you, Mark. I love you. So there you go. I've just added a new recipe to my book, a recipe that I'm actually pleased with. So there you go. So I'm incredibly pleased with myself. I just thought I'd get that out there.
And is it your own concoction as well?
Yeah. Like I say, inspired by the what was it? It was watermelon berries.
Okay.
And I thought, I got some cherry mixed fruit, summer fruit berries. I'll mix some up together, and I did.
You ever tried Capella's Harvest Berry?
Where did I put it? It's back in the drawer. I can't remember whether that's it. Yeah, that's it. Capella's Harvest Berry. It's not going to focus.
There we go.
Yeah, Harvest Berry.
Do you like Harvest Berry? I used to do one with a Harvest Berry and a touch of peach. A few of the bits and bobs, and that was our Marvelous Medicine, I think it was called. But again, that would have been nice with a touch of WS23 or Colada, just 0.5%. What? Hang on. So he can sit.
So he can what?
Hang on. Oh, hang on. He's an admin, isn't he? I was trying to block him. Can I put him into time? Can I put him in time? I can remove moderation. Anyway, yeah.
There. I'm just reading chat, and I'm actually I haven't read chat yet, and I just noticed that Craig's telling me that Jimmy's right on the pronunciation of Gaia. It's Gaia. Oh well. I still think mine's definitely Gaia.
Certainly a lot gayer.
Right, Jono, what you vaping on, mate?
Juices. I've been vaping on various, like this week. We haven't said this week, the past week. But now I'm vaping on Cafe Infuser, the vanilla latte. I love the coffee one. I just love their coffee ones. They're brilliant.
Who's there?
Juice sauce. Juice sauce ones. Is that
a 60ml bottle?
It's what?
Was that a 60ml bottle?
Yeah, 60.
Yeah.
I ain't just got big hands. I ain't got mark hands.
Okay.
It's a 60ml bottle.
Yeah, because when Mark holds one, it looks like a 30ml.
Yeah. I thought you were a Nick shot. But yeah, as usual.
Be careful. These 60 mils are actually.
You liar! That's a 120. Yeah.
So carry on.
I'm on my suicide. I'm loving, and I know it's had a lot of stick, but Dead Rabbit. I love this idea. I absolutely love it.
Are people giving it stick? I've only heard good things about the Dead Rabbit. What?
There's mixed reviews. It's more negative than plus, but I love it. I really do like it.
Because you can get the different top caps for it now, can't you? They do a couple of top caps.
Yeah, they do a brass, a copper, and now they've brought out new colours as well. There's a blue chrome, which I think would look really nice on one of my old mods, which sadly don't anymore. But yeah, So that's what I'm vaping on right now. Usually it's Belladonna, but it's I've had to put it away, otherwise the bottle will be gone, and then I'll have no Belladonna. Which
I think they ought to release a V2 of the Dead Rabbit and call it Mixomatosis.
What's V3 Roadkill?
They just call it Splat.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I know I'm going to get a lot of shit, but I needed it. And it's a work mod. Like you, Chandler, I know you've got your V2 for your beta mod. But I bought myself an RX 300.
Wait, what? Well, with the 4 batteries.
4
Battery
batteries.
life for days.
Ooh.
I mean, the batteries at the minute, and that's 3 days.
Oh, hang on, focus.
Trying to focus. Come on.
Pull back, pull back, pull back.
That's what she said.
It ain't gonna go,
Hey.
it's gonna go off before out. Come on, focus you.
I could just work out they're about a quarter on each battery, yeah?
Yeah. So that's no 2 days. I've charged them Sunday night, ready for Monday, and all day Monday because I'm driving now. So.
And what tank you been running on it?
This tank I actually got from Mr. Dan Rickard, Mr. Subjective, and I'd never heard of it before.
Right.
But it's called the Vape Storm Mesh Tank Nano.
Okay. No, I've not heard of that either.
Quite honestly, I fell in love with the packaging. I thought it was belting.
The packaging.
I love this. I love that mesh for packaging. I think it's great. I think it's fantastic. But yeah, so you get a coil, the mesh coils.
Avatar Nano.
That's the first tank I've used in probably 2 years with a stock coil, apart from a Nautilus 2.
Oh, they're stock coils. So you've got stock mesh coils in there.
Yep.
Jono, can you refresh, mate?
Right. I don't even know how to bloody refresh.
Press F5.
Press F5.
5.
Make sure the Hangout screen's active.
There you go. That's done it.
He was feeding back, wasn't he?
He was feeding back. Yeah, I could hear myself back, which is a little off-putting because I don't realise how stupid my laugh sounds.
Is that any better?
That's better.
Sound right. Yeah. So the Mesh Tank Nano. So far, I'm quite impressed with it. I am really quite impressed with it. It's got a nice. It's gonna bloody do it again, isn't it? It's got a nice, funky, like honeycomb look on it.
Oh yeah. Oh, that's focused nicely. Yeah, that's cool.
So.
And that's okay. I like it.
First time I've ever seen a mesh stock coil, and Dan says, "Give it a go.
Yeah.
You know, see what you think." And so I've had it for 2 weeks now, and doing great.
How's the coils lasting?
That's still my first coil.
That's your first coil after 2 weeks.
That's still my first coil, and flavour is
wow. Yeah.
absolutely great. 75 watts, but the ohms it's 0.14.
Okay, so it's quite. I was wondering what the resistance was you were using on your Rolo, considering it's lasted since Sunday on a charge.
Between 40 and 90 watts, it's recommended.
Right, and you're on
75 watts. You know,
bang on.
between and I love it. I think it's cracking. So, Dan, if you're watching, thank you very much. Absolutely loving it. In that, I was vaping orange frosty fruits from Juice Source. I'm not on a Juice Source bender to like past few weeks. It's just what I've picked up. But I switched over to the orange soda.
Old school bottle.
Is it true? Mm-hmm.
Yeah, we would actually before the show we were comparing bottles.
Yeah.
Which is a little sad, but I mean, look at mine compared to Jono's.
I'm guessing orange. Jono's a little older.
I've had this bloody ages. When did you send me this?
Has it got nick in?
Yeah.
How old's yours, Jono?
4 months.
I'm trying to remember when you sent us these.
To be fair, I'm guessing they're both from the same batch.
Does it have a batch number?
Of course it
Yeah.
does. Does it have a
Does it have a batch number? Are you ready for the batch number? Please focus. Please focus.
Hey!
What? 001. Same batch.
Yeah!
Get in.
Right. When did you nick yours?
No, I didn't nick mine straight away. I had it about 3 or 4 weeks before I nicked it.
So mine's a month ahead, more or less.
Yeah. You've probably had a bit more nick in it for a bit longer. There you go.
Yeah. So orange soda. I will be trying these this week because I've been working up north and I went to Digital Vapors, which is in Newcastle, and I picked up these, which I've got to give a shout out to James Cripwell. Mango slush, which is this mogul. Mango slushy.
Mm.
Beautiful mango. And another coffee dunk donut.
Aren't they Herbal Tides?
Yep. Yeah. So I picked them up for myself. I can't remember. I know this sounds so free shit beggar, but I can't remember the last time I paid for a bottle of juice. But I actually put my hand in my pocket and I bought them. But what we were saying, Chandler, about, do you change for summer? Mark, do you change summer for more fruity flavours, and then winter you go like to your custards and?
I don't consciously, but I think I do.
Yeah.
Yeah, that's exactly what I was saying.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So when I'm driving about and sun's beating down in my face and I've got my chucker arm because I've got one arm that's more tan than the other, leaning on the window, I've been wanting something like really refreshing. So the frosted fruits really helped, but then I switched over to the orange soda and it's been so good today. Oh God!
You need an elderflower and apple with a cool shot.
Oh, I never thought of putting.
I did actually say, are you, Mark, you going to Collective?
Me?
Yeah.
No.
Oh. At some point, I will come down and see you. I will come down and see you.
You're getting abuse from Craig for being team free shit.
I took Chris's place when you saw the fat person in the room, so.
I've just realised how bad my neckline is, my jawline is. And I can't unsee it now.
I think you need to go see the Turk.
Yeah. Trouble is, you can't see that bit when you're doing it. I mean, I can't see the bit. You just can't. You're just guessing, aren't you?
Well, I kind of stand there and go, and obviously when you lift it up,
you know what you've done, don't you?
Yeah.
You know when I can't do it now. You know when you lift it up with you've got your thumb in the way and you've just gone round your thumb.
Yes, you just need a hoodie and a shed now, Jono.
Yeah.
One thing I forgot to mention, I legged it very quickly whilst I was talking about what I was vaping. Did I mention this last week? The Vaptio Superbat.
Not on the show.
No. We were sent a couple of these to review from Vaptio over in China. And I wasn't sure what I'd think because I'm not a Marvel fan. Is Batman Marvel?
No, Batman's DC.
I'm not a DC fan. I'm not a superhero fan.
You're not a comic fan. You're not a sci-fi fan, are you? Let's be fair.
I read proper books. The ones with boobies in.
The ones with those ones. The ones that you find on the top shelf in the garage.
Well, they're always highline to me. So as a kid, it was. Anyway,
Beano, Bunty, Bare Ass Monthly.
So they sent me out a couple of these for us to try. The flashing.
Red look like the Predator's face.
And then on the front we've got Batman.
Ish. Yeah.
It looks more like Toothless from How to Train Your Dragon.
It does. It does does look like toothless.
I don't know what that means. Is that
Oh my god, I hadn't seen that until you said it, and now I cannot unsee it. It is.
Hang on, I'm getting back a picture.
Yeah. Have you got kids by any chance, Jono?
No.
No, you just watched How to Train Your Dragon.
Quite honestly, I like the film. I think it's a really enjoyable film. But I watch it with my nieces anyway.
Yeah, was it Jack Black that played the? I'm trying to remember who it was.
There you go, Mark.
right? Hang on. Yeah, no, I don't get it.
You don't get it. No, it definitely. Put yours up. Put yours up next to the. Yeah, it does.
Really don't see it.
There you go.
Oh come on! It just looks so much like it. It does. It reminds me. Can you change the color of the eyes? Has it got that faffy setting where you can change the color of the LEDs?
Blue, red,
Blue,
green.
Ah, awesome.
But yeah, I wasn't sure what to think, and I'm actually quite impressed.
Really?
I'm actually quite impressed. And you know how picky I am.
Yeah.
I'm gonna do a full review for the channel. Get it posted on the Facebook group. Once I've given it a full test. The Frogman tank here, I quite like this little feature. So normally with the tank, focus you bastard. This. So when you twist it, it pops off. The top actually pops off. It's sprung loaded.
Oh, did the tank? It came with the tank.
Yeah.
Oh right. Okay.
And the tank actually takes pretty much every coil going.
So they're not bespoke coils.
No, they take the Frogman coils anyway, and then they take the Baby Beast coils, the big baby coils, the E-Leaf LO, Joytech Pro cores, the Vaporesso Enod.
Are they all exchangeable anyway, or have they done something so that it will just take all of them?
They've all got the same thread, haven't they?
Okay.
Bit like the is it Eden Mods tank? I can't remember which tank it was.
Yeah, it was the.
I know there's a few
interchangeable coils where it's various wheelers like Kangatech and God knows what.
Yeah, I've got one of those somewhere. The Eden Mods thing. What's it called?
I can't remember the name of it. I remember Stu actually had it at Vape Fest, and Stu Vapes were after a tank. He told him to get it, and he would. I think it took a while to get used to it, but I think he enjoyed it.
I haven't got a clue where it is. But no, it was yeah, it was all right. Yes.
You like it?
I don't mind it. I don't mind it.
Okay. What's it go up to?
Huh?
Sorry, what's it go up to? How many watts?
220. Bear with me.
You're just gonna see, aren't you?
There we go. 220.
So that funky bit on the front, is that the screen? Is that like a dial? Does it do the?
Yeah, no, it doesn't do anything.
Looks like a speedometer.
Yeah, that's what I was thinking.
You see, but ironically, the speedometer says 240.
Really? I suppose it's like any car. You know, any car, the speedo always goes up higher than its actual top speed.
Hmm.
I think it'd be a cool feature if it were more like a rev counter. So every time you press the button, it'd be like.
Yeah, I like that. Yeah.
But I think it'd be more interesting if they did it with the volts, because obviously, as you hold the button down, the volts go up.
Yeah.
Yeah, no, I'm quite impressed. So my final thoughts and opinions will be aired on a review coming soon.
Ooh, there you go.
So sorry,
because they did a. I was a bit unsure because of the branding, because I know they did a I know they did a spidery one as well, didn't they? To go with. And I can't remember what the difference was.
No idea. Not tried that.
So, oh my lord, I've got to share this. All right, let me open this and get it as big as I can. Right, this Craig has just sent me this. Photo because he put in chat. Hang on a minute, I've got to get back and share the screen first, haven't I? Share screen, screen share, my entire screen share. There you go. Right, hiding behind everybody's face is Craig's cat, Cosworth. There you go. Is it me, or is that an evil-looking cat?
But it also looks a lot like the bat.
It does look like the bat.
Yeah.
Oh man.
It's the ears. Chicks love the ears. That was Batman, right? Yeah.
Yeah, it was. I think the actual quote was, "It's the car. Chicks love the car."
Yeah, no, but that wouldn't have made sense.
No, it wouldn't. You could have got it with "It's the cat. Chicks love the cat." I don't know. Yeah, it wouldn't have made it's the ears.
Craig, yeah, we get that was the point. I just think Chandler completely missed the point.
What was the point? What did I miss?
The fact that his cat looked like the Batman.
Yeah, I know. It looks. I was kind of. Yeah, that was the point. I do think your cat looks more like Toothless, though. To be fair.
Was that the point?
I think that was the point.
Point of his ears, pointy ears,
pointy ears. Yeah, but yeah, that it looks. Have you just taken that, Craig? Was that a? There's the cat. I'm taking a picture now, or is this a picture that you'd already got?
That's what's called changing the subject.
I know. Sorry. I'm good at that.
Obviously, we've got Vape Collective this weekend. Unfortunately, I can't make it.
Oh no!
And we tried to get someone on from Collective to come and talk to us this evening, but apparently they're on another show tonight.
What? There's another show on today?
Apparently, there's I don't know.
What? Oh, I didn't know there was anything anybody else could be even consider watching on a Tuesday night.
Were it like one of them excuses like I'm washing my hair or my grandma's sick?
Yeah, the dog ate it.
Yeah.
Yeah.
It's one of them.
Yeah.
We were gonna go. We were gonna vend.
You were, or you weren't?
You were. But what put me off was the lack of exhibitors. I'm just scrolling through now.
I think they have picked up exhibitor wise the closer it got to. I think people were hanging back and going, not sure, and then they all went, yeah, go on then, and it suddenly filled up.
I think the first one, they were really good.
I really enjoyed. Not last year, the year before. There wasn't one last year, was there?
Last year.
No. And am I right? It's now different people that are running it compared to who ran it before.
Yes.
Yeah.
So effectively, it's their first time. It's the organisers' first one.
I think there's at least one person from the last committee that's involved. But obviously, Andy's involved. Mark's involved. Can't think of the fella's name from.
Go on. Who's who? So Mark, Andy, who?
Andy Cross.
Andy Cross.
Where's Andy Cross from? I'm just that I don't know Andy Cross. Should I?
It's quite an active social.
Andy Cross. We did a raffle for Andy. Well, Andy.
Oh, okay.
And then Mark Hempsel, is it?
Yeah.
So he's
Craig's posting stuff in the chat, so I'm going, yeah. So Chris Burks,
Mark
yeah.
Hempsel.
Yeah. Andy's from Devon. I like Devon.
No, Kev, Collective was not TYV last year. It was the launch party for Collective, but it was cancelled.
Yeah, Chris Burke, Smart Hump. So I'm just there we go. Am I getting really, really slow update on chat? Because you said that like 2 minutes ago.
I don't know. Badger's just posted. Andy Cross won't he raffle at Collective? Is that a question or a statement? I'm not sure.
I think it's Andy Cross won the raffle at Collective.
Oh, okay.
Yeah.
The spacing is wrong.
Okay.
Badger, you're slacking.
Now he's shouting at you, won there.
You know, I actually had the pleasure of meeting Badger at Fest last year. I'd never met him before, and he's actually genuinely just a really, really nice guy.
Who's that?
Badger.
Badger's a diamond.
He's an absolute true gentleman. And Chandler, I'm sure I saw you at Fest last year.
You might have seen me at Fest. Yes, I did go to Fest.
We had this conversation, this very conversation last week, didn't we?
Yeah.
Because some random guy that I didn't know came in and interviewed one of my staff. That just before the show was about to close, I think it was at least on the. Pretty sure it was on the Sunday, and I had a brain fart last week. It was like, oh, I wonder if that was Chandler. So I asked him, and we still didn't ascertain. I don't think it was it?
Don't think it was, because I didn't. What was the topic of discussion again? Because I can't remember.
Pandora, I believe.
Pandora, yeah. I don't think I had a chat with anyone about the Pandora that went into the podcast, because I used all the interviews that I had.
Were you at Fest last year?
Yes.
You interviewed Stu.
I did, and Big Tom.
Endless tent.
That's right. Yeah. I was there for about an hour talking to Stu.
Yeah.
Stu's going, isn't he, at the weekend?
Yeah. Stu's going because Craig's going to be on his stall, I believe, with some of his fabulous Pico things.
Pico things. What was the hand? That was like the salt guy, wasn't it?
Things. Yeah. Yeah, but he's been posting up pictures of what he's been making, and I'm sure he's posted at least 2 that he's gone, I'm keeping this one. But they're really nice.
No, I'm gutted I can't make it this weekend, even to go just as a wanderer.
I'm quite good you're not going.
Yeah.
It was nice to see you at North.
There's always Fest. In the north. It's not north. Doncaster's not north.
Of course it is. It's South Yorkshire.
Which direction do you have to travel when you leave Leicester?
Well, north, but...
Well, there you go.
I travel north to go to work.
Well, then... Yeah. Well, is Leicester kind of... Yeah, Leicester's kind of Midlands, isn't it, really?
Yeah.
Yeah.
But yeah, we still call it the South. Yeah,
from here. Oh God, yeah. Anything, yeah. And it basically out south of Sheffield. You can get away with Chesterfield. Chesterfield's still north, but then as soon as you've kind of passed junction 29 on the motorway, south. Yeah. Matlock. Yeah. Matlock is south. Yeah.
It's like Tim Shell's services have got like a force field in Yorkshire.
You know what? You ever been to Matlock, Matlock Bath?
Hey.
Yeah.
I'm sure I must have done it at some point in my life.
Matlock Bath. I'm always at Matlock Bath because it's a haven for bikers. Bikers always turn up. It's just wall to wall bikes of a weekend. But it's like the seaside. Except it's like a seaside town, but it's landlocked. It's got amusement parks, fish and chip shops,
but no coast.
It's just in the middle of Derbyshire. It's just up the road from Chatsworth. So yeah, it's kind of in the middle of the hills, and there's cable cars and stuff like that. So, and I'm talking to Mark, and he's just disappeared. you know. So now I'm going to keep going on about Matlock. But yeah, so that's what I was saying about Matlock. It's kind of like the coast. So it's the north coast.
Yeah.
So that is the coast of the north. As soon as you've gone past Matlock, you're now south.
My very, very first time I've been to Hartlepool today. Never been before in my life.
I can't. Hartlepool. Where's Hartlepool?
Hartlepool, and I actually saw the sea for the first time. I was thinking about 4 years. I'm like, oh my god, that's the sea. I remember seeing it when I was like year big. Bridge, so I used to see him every other weekend.
Yeah.
But yeah, Hartlepool. Oh my god, what a dump.
Where is Hartlepool? Is it on the?
What's the word?
Is it Liverpool side?
I've seen better looking smackheads. Put it that way.
Oh, okay.
It's that bad. I mean,
I'm gonna have to
like on the promenade.
The promenade. Here he is.
Just like a burnt out, like what used to be, I think, like an old amusement or whatever, like with the teddy grabbers, probably filled with them. But it wasn't until my mate told me. He says, "Oh yeah, I watched that burn down to the ground." And we're like, "Well, they didn't do a very good job, did they? Because it's still freaking standing, still like it's all like charcoal and stuff all over the building. It looks horrendous." But then,
right, Hartlepool. You've got Middlesbrough, Hartlepool, and then Sunderland.
Yeah, I think it's Darlington when it goes a bit further down.
Darlington, yeah, got you.
So, as I'm looking out to the coast, I look to my left and it's like old seaside town, you know, like cliche, what you'd see, amusements and stuff like that. You look to your right and it's just a vast, like horizon-filled industrial, like
really?
chimneys, smoke, and like and I even saw an old oil rig that had been pulled ashore, and I was like, "Oh my god!" I'd never seen anything like it before in my life. It was it kind of took your breath away, really, because it's like, "Oh my god!" It's that kind of feel. I thought, Jesus Christ, and it's like into two different worlds, like in a parallel. It's
like going to Scunthorpe. Where do you live, by the way? I don't know where you are.
I live in Wakefield. I don't live far from you, actually.
Oh, right, yeah, Wakefield. Okay, yeah. You've been to Scunthorpe, haven't you?
Technically Leeds, but it is Wakefield. It's a Wakefield postcode, but it's one of them funny ones where it's a Leeds phone number, but it's a Wakefield postcode.
Yeah, and it gets confusing because you've got Leeds. You've got Leeds Council, you've got Wakefield Council, and you've got a Leeds Wakefield kind of merged thing.
Leeds Wakefield Districts, I think it is.
That's the one.
Yeah. So we're actually a Wakefield postcode, but it's Leeds City Council.
Okay. So you've been to Scunthorpe. Hang on, Cleethorpes. There you go. That's what I'm after.
Cleethorpes over there last week.
Cleethorpes, because you were just the way you were describing it is because as you go to Cleethorpes, you have to drive through Grimsby.
Yeah.
And it's industrial fishing, all the cars where they're importing them, and it's like what?
Grimsby. Best thing about it is the exit.
Yeah, but it's just one way in, isn't it? You've got to go through Grimsby to get to Cleethorpes.
Yeah. Anyway, Mark's back now. We can stop talking about Yorkshire.
Is he? Hey. So yeah, there you go.
So Mark, what are you vaping on?
But Badger, where are you? If you think London's north, where the hell do you live? Brighton?
Don't you live in Denver or something? Or Dover?
Dover. He's not in Bath. I didn't know whether he was in Bath. Sorry, Bath.
Jono.
Yes.
Is your volume quite loud?
Is my volume coming down?
Is your volume quite loud?
Obviously not, because he can't hear you.
No, I'm half deaf.
You're only half deaf. Which half? Because whichever half you are, put the half that isn't deaf towards the speaker.
Is that any better?
Speak.
Yeah.
I have spoke.
You have spoken. It is a little better.
It's still feeding back.
It's still feeding back a bit, but hey.
Oh, sorry, the show that I watched about Star Wars and Star Trek. Fuck you all, Star Wars wins.
No, it don't. Earl Grey, hot. Every time.
Oh, saying I'm echoing.
Just do another refresh, mate.
You just like him just disappearing and coming back again. It just amuses me. Oh dear.
I keep forgetting to click it onto the main thing to refresh it. Otherwise, chat just keeps going blank.
Oh, you keep refreshing chat?
Yes.
All right. By the way, this I don't know if you noticed, but this episode of Vape Talk UK is sponsored by Pepsi.
Sponsored by water.
Sponsored by Mark.
Yeah.
What?
Sponsored by Diet Coke.
What? Diet Coke. No. No, look, this is the Star Trek Star Wars argument. We've now got Pepsi v Cola. Coca-Cola.
Cola.
Pepsi. All the time.
Pepsi's too sweet.
Coke all the way.
No, it's the other way around.
No.
I've got Diet Coke. I'm not allowed for the fat Coke.
I mistakenly bought the Coca-Cola released these just as the sugar tax was coming out. They released a pack of 24 cans, but presumably for something to do with the tax thing, it had got 3 free cans of Coke Zero in it, and I mistakenly thought the entire thing was Coke Zero, but it wasn't. It was 3 cans of Coke Zero and 21 cans of full fat red shit.
So you won then?
No, I don't. Look, well, Pepsi Max is my cola of choice. But
Yeah.
you compare that to full fat red Coke. It's like this thing is just like you can feel the sugar. You can feel your arteries furring up.
That's the whole point. You're drinking Pepsi Max, which is full of saccharin and artificial sweeteners.
Yeah, but it's not got any sugar in it.
They're worse for you than the sugar.
I still think this is like going. Look, we know that sugar's bad for you. It'll make you have a 42-inch waist like I've got, and we know it's bad for you. Ergo, your full fat sugary stuff is your cigarettes, and your it's the harm reduction. So no sugar. It's your vape.
It's not harm reduction. Diet drinks are worse for you than sugar.
I really ought to look into this because Jimmy keeps saying that to me all the fucking time. I don't drink. I'd rather drink full fat because it's better for me. I'm like, what? If I drank full fat pop all the time, I'd be making, I'd be making Chris look like Barbara Windsor.
So, and I quote.
So. But the question I wanted the answer to is, why are you drinking water?
Every now and again I go on a dry phase.
A dry phase.
A dry phase. So I'm on a dry phase. I've decided not to drink for a couple of months, so I won't drink for a couple of months.
You can't really call it dry phase when you're drinking water.
Huh?
You can't really call it a dry phase when you're drinking water.
I'm just
moist.
I'm not going to all of
it. Moist.
Oh, this is something I want to bring up.
Oh, so long as it's not your breakfast, I don't care.
I don't do.
What is it?
Right. So I can't remember what it's called, but I'm just going to Google it. Talk amongst yourselves. The word moist. Do you like the word moist?
Moist.
Yeah, I'll leave it. It's a word.
Yeah. Moist. It's kind of like the word dank. Dank.
Chandler, is there anything that you're looking forward to seeing at Collective?
Do you know, I haven't actually looked that much. Do you know what? Yeah, there is something that I'm really looking forward to seeing at Collective, and that's all the people that I only ever see in a tiny little box on my screen. So it is purely all the people that I know that are going to be there that I only ever see via. So yeah, people. There you go.
So you're not going for the social aspect.
So definitely, yeah, absolutely.
Are you camping or?
It's literally 20 minutes from my bed. So literally, I'm just going to go hello, and when I get tired, I'm going to go back again.
Yeah, it's about half hour for me.
Have you got your tickets?
Yeah, definitely. It's free, mate.
It's free, but you still need tickets.
What?
You still need to book your tickets. Oh, for fuck's sake! Go onto the Vape Collective website and book your tickets.
Oh shit! Right, let me have a look. Vape Collective. You're just making me do this just so I look like a twat now, aren't you? Really?
No, you'll thank me in a moment.
Will I? Okay. Vape Collective. I've got these spinny multiple colour. There you go. Like that there. Plus free tickets. What? Okay, I'm gonna have to make this large so I can't see you guys now. Okay, home about. Where does it say go about tickets?
I'm sure you need.
Plus free tickets. Let me click on the free tickets.
As Kev just said, no, you need tickets or you'll not get in.
Vape Collective. Yeah. Tents.
Free tickets, and then
The event is free, but there is a small charge for camping.
Right. Where it says free tickets on the website, click it.
I have done.
And it'll take you to a website.
Tickets, not £4.50. General admission, nothing.
There you go. Thank you, Mark.
That would have been embarrassing.
But I've bought my microphone and everything.
Yeah.
You all speak like that because you're North. You're from North.
It's great, actually. I was born in Birmingham, so it's quite appropriate.
So I came across this the other night. I'm just going to remove my pop filter for a second.
Oh, by the way, seeing as you just approached that whiteboard, Jimmy has asked me why there isn't a picture of a knob on your whiteboard.
There actually is.
There is.
Hang on. I don't know if you. No, I can't put it up because I don't want to get the video banned. So, dude. Can you not see it?
Okay.
I'm not coming closer.
I think it just kind of. I think we'd have to like screenshot and zoom in.
So,
okay. There you go. Sorry, carry on.
Just bear with me a second. I just need to share.
Bed! Go to bed! We can lip read, sorry.
My daughter wants a wee-wee on the toilet.
Oh,
What
bless.
did she say? Toilet.
Thank you, Mark.
Wee-wee on the toilet.
Whatever you do, don't fall in.
Oh,
Sorry.
wish she would. If it's not dogs, it's freaking children. 1 second.
Do you have any idea what Mike was going to share with us? Because I haven't got a clue what's going on.
Honestly, Andona, I completely forgot about Collective being free and about the free tickets. So I've just booked mine now.
You just, I did, yeah, I am. I didn't know I needed tickets. I was just going to rock up and go, yay, I'm here.
Yeah, I completely forgot about it.
Shit.
So,
okay, I'm gonna have to book some tickets. There's not many left either. There's only about 2,700 left, so better get in there quick.
You'll do yours Friday night and find out it's sold out.
Yeah, more than likely.
I've got plenty of time.
It's fine.
Ian Chandler, email, ding. What?
And what's this palaver about me needing to have a commoner's ticket? I think I'm just gonna have to email them and see if I can get a press pass. Got to have one that says press on it.
They're gonna send your tickets by carrier pigeon.
They probably bloody could from Donny.
Or by Raven, if you need to get the drones.
Either that or whip it, or even a ferret.
Oh, ferret would be awesome.
This ferret rocking up to your house, straight in through your letterbox. There you go.
God, I always wanted a ferret.
I always wanted a ferret, but
my mum always said to us, "You're like, no, the bloody stink."
Yeah, but I've never looked. I thought, what? How do you keep a ferret? Do you have it in the house like a cat? Does it just?
You can't actually toilet train them.
Yeah.
Yeah, like a cat litter box.
I'd love a ferret. Apparently, obviously before I was born, my granddad had ferrets. Because he was a farmer, so he actually used them. He would take them into into his field and send him out to go and get the rabbits or whatever.
Yeah.
But there you go.
So this is all from Chandler's comment about moist.
Moist. This is from Moist. Okay, okay.
From Moist. So it was one of those random searches, and I came across something called ASMR. ASMR, Alpha Sierra Mike Romeo.
ASMR. Okay. Yeah.
And it is the most bizarrely, frustratingly annoying, weird, fucking honest to God. So what they'll do, right? They whisper. They don't speak out loud. They only whisper. And then they take things, but they make their mouth very wet. And then they'll take products. And they will literally spend an hour on a video scratching shit and crunching stuff, and they'd love these bottles. And they will just find anything they can to make it. Guys, come on. Surely someone must have seen ASMR. And if you've not, after the show, go onto YouTube, type in ASMR.
Is it some kind of fetish shit?
I think it is. I think it is.
I thought it's entertainment for the blind.
Or autonomous sensory meridian response is a term used for an experience categorized by a static or tingling sensation on the skin. So they're trying to make
Definitely a fetish thing.
Okay.
And one thing that's oh my God, I just realized I've got a hair clip.
Oh, just snap that again.
Exactly.
Hang on. Whoa. I'm not watching. Go on. Do that again.
Oh.
Basically, these guys just basically these guys just fidget with shit.
They fidget with shit, but they turn the sensitivity up of their mic and they record everything really, really quietly. They don't talk loud. They literally whisper, and they'll hang on, and they'll do things like for like an hour. It is proper weird. And I can't believe no one's commenting. I can't be the only person that has seen this. I cannot be the only person that's seen this. You've got to check it out. And what we need to do is a vaping one. We need to do a vaping one. I am going to do a piss take AMSR video. And we're going to do it with regular vaping products. It's going to be like,
The trouble is, I was going to say the trouble is that sounds like the soundtrack from Bare Ass Monthly.
And you watched? I did watch. I watched because I was so intrigued. I was so I was just taken back. I was just completely. Just no words. There are no words for it. They are just.
Jono, are you watching something? Because that sounds scary as.
The bird is quite fit, to be fair.
Is she whispering?
She's playing with that microphone.
That some are new, some are old. And I hope it will be a pleasant experience for both of us, okay? So.
It's going to be a pleasant experience for the both of us.
But has she started rubbing her hands together?
That is creeping the fuck out of me. No way.
It's creepy. But yeah, Mark, do what you did with that bottle a minute ago.
Wait, what? What?
You were shaking the bottle. That is the sound effect that will be going along with that video.
The thing is, there'll be people who post up a reaction to that video.
Oh,
And all I can see on Matt's face is like, as he's watching it is that.
I just didn't get it. What? Right, there's people. Right, do you know those? Oh my god! Right, do you know that? I don't know what they're called. They're little
you post
balls.
a link to that video in the chat.
Huh?
Jono, the video that you've got up there. Can you put a link in it or something?
Can't. He hasn't got. Send it to me. And I'll put it in. They've got these like little balls that you soak in water. What's up with him?
You soak your balls in water.
Little balls.
You're soaking your little balls in water. I do, you know, bath time.
So they soak these little balls in water and they expand in size, and then they put their hand in them and they go.
Oh, I saw a video.
Yeah, it's the water beads, aren't they?
Yeah, I saw a video.
Swimming pool full of them.
Yeah, I saw that. That was a video where there was this pool full of them, and they just and basically this it was a big paddling pool, wasn't it? But it was a big one. Basically, the whole thing just exploded with these balls.
No, the guy actually put them in his swimming pool.
Yeah, dumped. It was like a laundry basket full of them, wasn't it?
Ah,
Daniel said in chat that his daughter watches videos of people slicing bars of soap. This is exactly the same, and it's the same noise. It's the same scratching of soap, and they just literally peel off like 0.5 millimeter at a time. Oh.
Okay.
I think we should get back onto
back
on the topic.
Okay. Yeah. Welcome to. But my missus has got into watching. She's been ploughing through Netflix, and I don't know why, but she's found something about it's called Doomsday Preppers, and it's about people that are prepping for Doomsday. So people who are hoarding tinned food for and arming themselves in America for the zombie apocalypse. Or there's going to be an earthquake, or what was the other one? We're going to have an oil crisis and we're going to run out of oil, so that no one's going to get any food or anything like that. And
so it's like pure paranoia then.
Yeah. But what gets me is the fact that all of these preppers are prepping for a completely different apocalypse. Some of them are prepping for earthquakes, others. It's like, well, hang on. Only one of them is going to be right. There is going to be one person that has prepped for it, and everyone else is going to be like, oh, shit. I knew it was going to be an asteroid strike. Wrong one, and I was prepping for an earthquake. Shit. Yeah, man.
Well, if something like that happens, we're going to die anyway. It's inevitable. Anyway, we did have some content for tonight, didn't we? What time is it?
Yeah, we did, and we're nearly finished.
John, let's go with yours. I read about 2/3 of the way through the article, and just FYI, I've just put a link in the chat to a YouTube video of an hour of a girl tapping her nails on a microphone.
Oh, really?
Honest to God. All she does is that.
All the way through?
For an hour.
For an hour. Okay.
Brain-melting sounds, apparently.
Oh, hang on a minute. I tried posting. All right, you're going to have to do it.
Well, you can post your mod.
No, I'm not.
No, you're not.
No, I'm not. I'm not worthy of being a moderator.
Hang on, let me add you as a moderator.
I did actually try and post the link to that video,
and it went, sorry, remove any web addresses and try again.
Correct.
Yeah, that's pretty much what mine did. So anyway, it doesn't matter. What basically, if the article I found was it's from a magazine called The New Yorker. And now I'm not sharing my screen, am I? No. That's all right. I'm just checking because we all discussed this a while back. That YouTube are closing people's accounts if they mention a certain piece of vaping apparatus. So what did we decide we were going to call it? I know Ruby Roo has decided to call hers Voldemort, as the device that shall not be named. So so yeah, what did we say we were going to call it before the show? I've forgotten now.
I can't remember.
Okay. Anyway, if you've seen Ghostbusters, the baddie in Ghostbusters was called he was, wasn't he?
What was the first one?
Yeah, way back in the first one, it was.
We can't say this word.
Yeah, we can. To be fair, but yeah, it's about the duel. So
hang on, is it the one that looks like you?
Slimer?
No, it's the. I'm now trying to remember. I should have looked this up first, but yeah.
Egon.
Vigo.
Vigo too?
No. God's sake.
Stay Puft.
Oh no, it was exactly the same, but it began with a Z. Z-U-U-L.
Oh, it was called Zool.
Zool.
Z-U-U-L. Zool.
From So so that's what I'm going to refer it to. So if you want to have a search, it's in the New Yorker, and it's called "The Promise of Vaping and the Rise of Zool." So obviously the spiritual, scary thing. Anyway, I started reading this article because I actually managed to. I was bored at work, but don't tell them at work that I was reading this shit at work because I'll be in trouble. And I started reading it, and I'm thinking, oh God, here we go. Because they're going. It's basically a journalist who smokes, trying one, and writing about her experience, how the kids are using it, and I start going through, and they start talking about popcorn lung, and I'm like, oh, for fuck's sake, here we go. And I started off thinking, oh, this is just all about, it's just going to be another vape bashing article. But it then kind of switched to, she did an interview she went and met the founders of the Zool, and it actually is quite a well-written article. But what I thought was really good about it is that it gave me, I read through it and went, is that how they really think about vaping in America? Because it does bring that, it makes you see how the American public perceives vaping. Because over here, you vape and people are like, oh, good for you, you've given up smoking and you're vaping. Yeah, it's great.
Yeah.
But in America, you're vaping, and their first impression of it is,
ugh.
What the hell are you doing? Get that shit away from me! You'll kill yourself. They've got all that bad impression, and I didn't quite realise how ingrained that negative aspect of vaping is in the general public. And reading this made me think, fuck, this is why it is so bad over there.
Do you think that perhaps the Americans, obviously the tobacco companies over there, kick back a hell of a lot of money to the government? Do you think some sort of brainwashing going on?
Absolutely.
I don't know. I think I really just think that okay, how many Americans are we going to have watching that I'm about to insult? I think some people, no, I'll rephrase it. Some people are that opinionated that they just go, that's my opinion, this is bad, this is shit for you, ergo, I'm right, and they just force their right to tell you how bad something is, even if it's not necessarily is. Do you know what I mean?
They're using one of their amendments to...
Yeah. But it went through, the article goes on, and the kids in schools have really latched onto this Zool, and it really is the thing to have and the thing to be doing. Which, in my mind, in my brain, I'm going, well, they're not smoking. Teenage kids and school and hiding behind the bike sheds and all of that. But they still are seeing it as a bit of rebellion. So I'm just trying to find some of the quotes in here where we get to. It is a long article.
I did.
And so sorry.
I did sit down and start to read it. I got about 2/3 of the way through, and much like Chandra, I was very much like, what? You know, it was very much. You see, I think, as Chandra says, it was very, very well written. But I can't decide what side of the fence he was sat on. It was well reported.
Yeah.
And there was opinions from both sides.
Yeah.
It was very well written.
There was opinions from both sides. I mean, for example, she was talking to who she was talking to? Her editor or someone. Either way, they were talking about, because weed is legal, so that got in some states. Marijuana is legal, and that argument comes up that you're smoking it, and that's fine, and people actually look upon that as a benefit, but dueling isn't. She was saying she said I admitted to this chap that I was probably endangering my lungs as a weed smoker, and he quite happily pointed out that he could look in that they could look into ingested forms of marijuana. And then she said, well, maybe I have been zooling a little for this piece, and the reaction was, oh, you can't. So again, people have got the smoking marijuana, eating marijuana, whatever is fine.
Again, is marijuana heavily taxed?
Pass. I don't know. I know it's legalized in states. I do not know how taxed or what. I don't know what. I have not looked into it enough to know.
It's legalized in some states, but there's some.
Yeah.
It's the tri-county area in California where you're actually legally allowed to grow it in vast amounts.
Yeah.
But they won't legalize it because they know that it'll kill the cancer research.
Yeah.
And they say it's been proven that it helps. It's with seizures and everything like that, and it actually destroys cancer cells. But yeah, they won't profit it because they say they can't profit it because you can grow it yourself.
So looking at the tax, WA, is that Wisconsin? No idea. 30%. 17%. California, 15% sales tax plus $9.25 an ounce for flowers, and $2.75 an ounce leaves of cultivation tax. AK, $50 an ounce in tax. So it's heavily taxed. Andrew, whereabouts are you? You say it's not legal where you are. Whereabouts are you in the States?
So there was something that popped up that I saw on one of the groups. I'm not going to mention which, but CBD in the form of bud, in fact, it was a packet. Like
we had this conversation last week.
Yeah, about flower. Yeah. I mean, looking through the article, she was saying that some of the kids, obviously it's an Instagram thing. Hey, I've got my Zool, sorry. So it's kind of an Instagram thing, and it's getting, they want pictures with their Instagram. It's cool. The college kids think adults, older people with using one look weird.
Stop licking me.
Do you know what I mean? Yeah, it looks weird, and they've got kids who will buy pods and then take them into school and sell them. And they had an interview with, like I say, the bloke who who makes who makes them. Obviously, you know, the pods have got salt nick in them, so they're 45 milligram salt nick, and that's the only strength you can get the pods in, which is one of the reasons why they're not being sold over here. So, you know, that's been criticised, really strong nicotine in there. And they've been looking at releasing 30 milligram pods with the most popular flavours. And he's kind of gone, well, yeah, but if I do that, the first thing that they'll get, you know, releasing a 30 milligram so that, you know, there's less dependence on the nicotine, it's weaning people off the smoking. But he then, to quote it, says, the first thing I'll get after that is a news story about how I'm lowering the bar for young people to initiate. So effectively, he's saying if I release lower nicotine, they'll just, yeah, well, okay, you're just lowering the nicotine, so they'll want more.
You see, they talk about the difference between nicotine salts and free-base nicotine, don't they?
Yeah.
And one of my issues was, what is it, benzene, is it? What?
Yeah.
Nicotine salts, how are they? Sure, it's benzene. Benzoic acid, sorry. And obviously they use a benzoic acid to extract the nicotine. Part of me, we said this last week, you know, if my daughter came home and said she was smoking, I'd go apeshit. But I'd go equally as apeshit if she came home with a Zool in her mouth. Yeah,
I know what you mean. It's like it would. I'd still go, yeah, you don't need that, and you know, I wouldn't be pleased.
But I'd rather my daughter vape than smoke.
Yeah, absolutely.
I'm not saying I'd fund it. I'm not saying that I'd.
No, I wouldn't encourage it.
I wouldn't encourage it, and I certainly wouldn't pay for her cigarettes.
No.
But, I don't know.
I think the one I was going to say, just reading through the article, I mean, it is going through how difficult it is and how Zool are trying their bloody hardest, but getting criticised at every corner, because they did add some text onto their packaging that said the alternative for adult smokers, because obviously the underage kids are going for them, and they've never had adult or kid oriented packaging, and the flavors aren't even particularly, I mean, cucumber, for God's sake, yay, kids on the cucumber, we've had that before. But they only put the alternative for adult smokers on because they were scared that if they made something bigger, more like the nicotine is an addictive substance and all that malarkey, that they would just make it seem edgy. You know, like, you know how the parental advisory sticker on a CD, how that suddenly became cool. Oh, look, I've got a CD that's got parental advisory on it. Oh, aren't I a rebel? You know. So, you know, they can't win for trying to do right.
I think of it. Sorry, yeah. Much to my annoyance, the new family member.
So cute.
Oh, please tell me she's just weed on you.
She better not have done.
She is so cute.
So adorable.
8 weeks old. Yeah, it is a normal sized dog, Craig. No, 8 weeks old and a little bit needy, and Lindsay's nipped out. So I've got child and puppy. She sleeps and then goes nuts, and then sleeps some more and goes nuts. And don't feed it after midnight. Don't worry, I won't.
Don't feed it after midnight.
Gremlins, showing your age there, badge. Don't get it wet.
So yeah, you just said don't get it wet.
This is my second Frenchie. The first one, she's lovely. This one, yeah, we yet to
Do you think it could be a gateway thing?
No.
They talk about this in the. They do talk about this, and part of me, I don't know. It's a difficult one. Part of me does,
but it's the lesser of two evils.
Mm.
Right. Right. We could say exactly the same thing. Is cannabis a gateway drug? Are they going to be heroin addicts by the end of? If you smoke cannabis, it's a gateway drug, and you're going to be a heroin addict by the time you're 30 or 40 or 50 or whatever.
A very, very small percentage.
I think, yeah. I think the one. Yeah, I know what you mean. Yeah, gateway. I don't think it's gateway at all. But the one quote that I picked from this that stuck in my brain was Abrams. Who's Abrams? David L. Abrams is a professor at NYU's College of Global Public Health. Zool approached him for advice on keeping kids away from how to keep kids away from the products, and basically the quote that he put down here is, "Cigarettes were a wolf in sheep's clothing, but now with vaping we've got a sheep in wolf's clothing, and we can't get the wolf out of our minds." So he's saying it is a good thing, but everyone still associates it with cigarettes, which are bad, ergo it's bad. And that just kind of, even a professor of, you know, it's nice to see an American professor. I don't want to. They're not all dissing vaping, but yeah, I thought it was a great quote. Cigarettes were a wolf in sheep's clothing, but vaping is a sheep in wolf's clothing.
If it wasn't there, they'd go straight to heroin. That's a very good point. Stop licking me.
But they'd be, yeah. Look, again, it's that argument, isn't it? They'd be, if they weren't vaping, they'd be, what else is the cool thing? Fags. So,
see, there were a thing. I used to be part of an American group, and it was a massive, massive American group called Juice Junkies.
yeah.
And there was a guy on there, and everybody just slammed him because it was the way that he acted on some of the videos that he did. And he was actually a recovering heroin addict. And he said that he went to vaping because it was something that he could do with his hands, you know, cordon and etc. etc. And he actually stayed in. I think he's been 3 years clean. Last time I checked. Last time I saw him about. Well, it was stuff like that, and I just thought, do you know what? Good on you, mate. But then he got slammed because of what he was. Because obviously the heroin's like messed with his head and, you know, made him a bit angry. But you know what I mean? He seemed like a decent guy. He just wanted to turn his life around, which, from looking at it, he did.
Yeah.
And he thanks vaping, solely vaping, because of it.
Which is
Is that dog or kid?
Is your seat a bit creaky? Get some WD-40 on it, Mark.
What's the matter?
I would never have considered vaping as a kind of heroin substitute or anything else, but I can understand why. Yeah.
See, Max says he's had people in shop with with anxiety issues and
weight loss, all sorts of reasons.
Oh, it's known. It's known that that nicotine helps people with mental health issues. There is people who've got mental health, depression, you know, that sort of thing. There is a ridiculously high smoking rate that is completely off the scale compared to general population. So there is they've looked into it, and yes, nicotine does actually help people who've got mental health difficulties, anxiety, and that sort of thing. So yeah, vaping can be great for that as well. Yeah.
What are our thoughts on the flavour bans?
Oh. Again,
Oops.
like you say, I don't get how they're going to enforce it. They're going to end up with flavour shots. Coffee shots. Here's some flavour that you can add to your coffee, and it will be, because it is. You can have a nice little flavour shot that you just chuck in your coffee. There'll be flavour shots that you literally just chuck in like short fills. I don't know what you think to that, but they'll get round it somehow.
Well, I think regardless, if let's say they did ban flavour.
It's not the flavour that's the issue, because if you had the blandest flavour going, if it's got some cartoonish shit on the front, it's still going to be as appealing to kids, and it's green.
Let's take flavour out.
Because that's the biggest argument that's the biggest argument they have, that we've got to ban the flavours because it appeals to kids.
Well, let's take the flavour out. Get out of my ear. Let's take flavour out of it. Let's say they banned all flavours tomorrow. You couldn't do flavour shots. You couldn't do any sort of shots. They banned flavour tomorrow. Would you still vape VG with nicotine in it?
Surely they'd have
no way around it.
No way. Do you know? I don't think I'm going to have to make up some pure VGPG, because I don't think I've ever just vaped no flavour.
It's like vaping with no flavour.
It's just like, I don't know. I've not.
What are you vaping?
You've had a cold.
3 milligram.
3 mil. Yeah, sorry. Yeah, I've got 3 milligram in here.
So, could you go down to 0? Could you?
Some of the I've actually brought it up. I went down lower than 3. I went down to 2. I even went down to 1.5. And some of the Jimmy sent me some juice for flavour of the week. Quite happily vaping on that, not realising that it was 0 nic. If I know that it's 0 nic, it doesn't do the goods. But if I don't know it's 0 nic, I can vape it all day.
You see, when I went to Expo last year, I think it was, I bought Lindsay a bottle of juice home, but I forgot to bring her a nic shot. She was vaping it, completely forgot that it hadn't got nicotine in. Rang her over the weekend, and she was just so pissed off and so shouty and annoying and sweary, and
really,
daughter was pissing her off and everything else. And it wasn't until afterwards that she realised it was because she was on no nicotine. So I don't think. I know Lindsay couldn't. She's just as addicted to nicotine now as she ever was smoking. So
yeah,
a lot of us have just replaced one thing with another. I've got all the way down to 1.5, and I'm back up to 12 now.
Yeah, I went down to 1.5 and mouth to lung, direct lung, and I'm now. I mean, I was vaping for ages. I was vaping 3 milligram mouth to lung, so I'd taken that right down. But I'm now on 9. I vape 9 milligram mouth to lung and 3 milligram lung head.
As Andrew says, I need menthol, so I'm hoping they don't take that away. Smoked menthol for 42 years. Now, I vape mint. Mint is my all-day vape in my Nautilus, 12 milligram plain mint. That's it.
Yeah.
On direct lung, I can vape anything, but that mint grabs my craving. That mint keeps me off the fags. I don't think I could. I know I couldn't pick up a cigarette and smoke it. I know I couldn't, because No, I know I wouldn't like the taste. I know I wouldn't like the dizzy feeling. I know, do you know what I mean? I would not enjoy it at all.
Yeah.
But I don't know. It's weird, isn't it?
See, I mean, it's all the. I mean, for me, the kids, it's about the flavors, but but it's like any cloud comp. Who can blow the biggest cloud?
It's a dick measuring exercise. That's all it is.
Of course it is.
You know, regardless, if you was to make apples illegal tomorrow and you had to be over 21 to buy apples, kids would all want apples.
Yeah. It's that taboo, isn't it?
Exactly. You take something away from a child. You take something away from someone. You know, you make, I don't know, you make mascara, a female-only product. Only women are allowed to use mascara. All of a sudden, all men want mascara. Don't say you wouldn't.
I bloody wouldn't, no.
Do you know what I mean? It's whatever you can't have, you want. You know, you can't have your best mate's wife. It doesn't stop you wanting her.
It'd be like hair dye.
But
or colouring your hair.
Yeah, mate, exactly. You know, at school, you're not allowed to dye your hair.
You want green hair.
So everyone wants green hair, regardless.
Yeah. It was at school. You had to have your hair. You couldn't have your hair touching your shoulders. You get your hair cut, young man.
I don't believe that for a second, Chandler. You went to school with Jesus, and we know how long his hair is.
Yeah. So yeah, as soon as I left school, it was like never cutting my hair again.
Well, that was it. We were always told at school when I was in my last couple of years at school. So I'd have been 14, 15. Right, boys are not allowed earrings.
Yeah.
So what do? I go out.
Earring.
I get ears full of piercings. You're not allowed piercings. So I went and got my nipples done.
Oh.
Went and had tattoos done at 15, 16, just because we weren't allowed them at school. It's that rebellious thing, isn't it?
Yeah. And I think the more that people shout about it, the more they want to do it.
Absolutely.
It really is.
Because I went to a Catholic school. Ours was a top button thing. Teacher would stop you and say, "Do your top button." The second they turned around, undid it straight away.
Yeah, see, we were the same with tucked in shirts.
Tuck your shirt in, yeah.
See, the thing is, right? Everyone, I think having an untucked shirt looks slovenly. Maybe it's because I'm getting old.
Yeah.
But if
I do, my wife keeps telling me when I put a t-shirt on, because my automatic reaction is to tuck my t-shirt in. And she's going, no, you don't tuck your t-shirt in. You're not supposed to tuck a t-shirt in. But and I have to, you're not. I know I'm that old. So yeah, I actually have to.
Rebel.
But
look,
that's it. You had
t-shirt. I can't. Can you see it on my camera? Tucked in.
You see, you had to have your school, your shirt at school tucked in.
Yeah.
So what did everyone do? Everyone untucked it.
Pull them out.
Because
they're
told to.
It wasn't even the fact that you look cool.
Ours was.
I told you to tuck it in.
Ours was the bags. We had this was we didn't have rucksacks. We had like the sports bags, like cricket bags for your books. And the way you carried it was you got the handle and you flung it over your shoulder, so it was on your shoulder, and you carried it like that.
Well, like a bindle.
Yeah, I haven't got a bag to do it. Oh yeah, look, I've got me. Look, this is gonna look great. Look at this. I've got my daughter's handbag. Look at that. Basically, you'd hold the handle like that, and you'd carry it like that on your shoulder.
That's your mod bag. Don't lie.
Yeah, that's got me. Yeah, I've got my juice in it, and yeah. But yeah, so that you'd carry it over your shoulder. You'd carry it over your shoulder like that.
Were you allowed to do that?
And we weren't allowed to do that. my residing memory was from my German teacher. She actually was German, and she'd got the loudest voice you ever heard, and you'd be walking down the corridor and all you'd hear would be bags down, bags down. It was like
Nine.
no, do not. To be fair, she was right, because when I was in the sixth form, you know, Mark, you probably had something similar. I'm 6 foot, you know, I'm 6'1", and what would happen is all these little year sevens who were only 2'3" with their bags on the shoulder would come marching past, and you'd get a bag right in the bollocks. Really, it was like, fuck's sake. But yeah, there you go. But yeah, what did we want to do? We didn't carry him by our side. Carried him on a shoulder. Every time she'd say, bags down, you'd put it down. She'd go in the classroom, straight back up again. Like you say, it's the rebel thing. We'll now have a 2-minute silence for a conversation that just died.
Who broke that silence? No, I think we're right. Regardless of, you know, banning it's stupid. Banning the flavors. Ban the flavors tomorrow. I went to say I'll smoke VG. I'll vape VG. You know, if I need nicotine, I'll vape nicotine. There's no way I go back on the cigarettes. I don't think I could quit vaping because I need nicotine. I'm an addict. You know, once an addict, always an addict, in my opinion. You know, from the day you first started smoking, the day that you recognized that you were a smoker, that was the point you were always going to be an addict for the rest of your life.
Yeah.
And no one's going to take that away. That's hardwired into your brain. Much the same as alcohol. You know, if you're an alcoholic, you are always going to be an alcoholic. There is always going to be something that could push you over the edge to have a drink, to put a needle in your vein, to have a cigarette. There's always going to be something somewhere, whether it's chocolate. You know, some people consider themselves addicted to chocolate.
Chocolate, yeah.
Is exactly the same to cigarettes, exactly the same as alcohol, exactly the same as drugs, exactly. Some people would consider themselves addicted to sex. It's exactly the same. Yeah. You know, we're always going to be, like it or not. You know, you'll come to the point if someone says to you, "Are you a smoker?" No, I'm not a smoker. I'm not a smoker at all. Take away the vape, and you probably would be. In fact, I'd probably say you definitely would be. Now, I wouldn't go back to the cigarettes. I can't say I'd be a very nice person to be round.
Yeah, I wouldn't. I mean,
and we'd all have to go through withdrawal again.
Yeah. I mean, my wife smokes. I think
I've got a very addictive personality, so
yeah.
It's something that I need to collect or hoard. Now, I used to be a bad gambler, really bad gambler.
Oh,
I died down a lot now, hell of a lot.
But the fruit machine lights still flash at you.
Oh, definitely, yeah, absolutely.
The same. I used to be terrible at gambling.
It were.
Dale
will tell you how many times I walked down to that shop and bought scratch cards. How many times I've walked down there and back and forth, all the time. And it's been since I've been married that I won't say cut it all out. I have the odd one now and again, but it's more. I mean,
that's what that's how you're supposed to, every now and again.
That's fine. This started me now. I've got these little figurines and it's
those little big head things. I can't remember what they're called now.
I've got Funko Pops and
yeah.
That's like my outlet, and I said, and Deanna's like, bloody hell, it's getting out of hand, you know. And I says, would you prefer me to drink? Would you prefer me to have a drug addiction?
And you're a proper collector as well, because you're not one of those that take them out and display them. They have to stay in the box.
Correct.
Yeah. Absolutely.
Yes. So if I didn't have the, I mean, it used to be. Trying to think now. I don't even really know how it started, but it's something that I have to do. It used to be. At one point, I had 14 suicide boxes. 14. I know I didn't need that many, but it's because I just collected and collected, and I just needed something. And now I've got 3 because I just sold the whole lot, and I was like, right, I'm starting from scratch, and they're all different. One's my team mod, one's I'd say my beta mod, but a 2700 PWM because it's different. If there's a design that I like or I want another custom design, then I'll go to Mark and say, right, can you do this for me? Up until then, I'm quite happy with what I've got at the minute because I've got this that's keeping me going for now. I mean, it is bad, but it's something that's keeping my mind occupied. And it's just a collection that, well, yeah, people will call it sad, but it's each to their own.
I'm much the same. If I do anything, I'll go balls deep. You know, if it's worth doing, it's worth doing properly. Whether it's fishing, whether it's computing, whether it's gaming, whether it's, do you know what I mean? If you're going to do it, whether it's mods, whether it's whatever, you know, if I'm going to do it, I'm going to do it properly.
It's all or nothing.
Yeah, and I think, yeah, we kind of epitomise it with vaping, don't we? I mean, every week we come and do a vaping show. It's like,
well, you two do.
Sam's just hit the nail on the head. People have addictions as a way to cope or escape from the stresses and pressures and speed of modern day life.
Absolutely, I could not agree more with that.
And I think that's the perfect way to end the show.
Yeah.
No, the perfect way to end the show is that Jimmy has done a screen capture of me with my daughter's handbag, and it is now all over Facebook.
Lad.
You know what? I actually did the screenshot.
Oh, that was you.
No, I didn't do it. I did the screen. Get out of me here. I did the screenshot, but didn't do it. I wasn't going to do anything with it till after the show, but now I don't have to because
Jimmy's done it.
Jimmy's done it already.
Yeah, I haven't seen what he's done. I've just had a notification that Jimmy has added a photo of me in Facebook, so I think I know what it is.
Night, Craig.
Night, Craig. I think we're going to.
See you, Craig.
Yeah, we are. Thank you very much for joining us. All of you that are going to Collective at the weekend, have a cracking weekend. My apologies, I can't make it. But on that note, we're going to do a traditional end. We're going to do a knuckle end.
Yeah. We haven't done one of them for ages.
Have a cracking week, guys. We will see you next Tuesday. Ciao bella.